Hello everyone, welcome back to the Film Buds podcast. This is episode number 44, and my name is Henry.
I'm Chloe.
And so Braden is coming. This is kind of a frequent situation we have. He is on the way, just dealing with the Chelsea Theater issues, but joining us...
I don't think you're supposed to say that, Henry.
Well, or not issues, but logistics, let's say.
There you go.
But joining us for the third week in a row now is Mr. Cooper Murphy.
Wow.
Frisco.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Round 3.
Yeah. So Cooper, thanks for coming on again.
Yeah.
Taking the time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Had a lot of iced coffee, so I'm ready to talk.
I'm buzzed.
Well, I'm buzzed.
Chloe, you feeling better?
Yeah. Kinda. This has like 16 cups of green tea or something, so...
I was looking at that. What is that?
It's just a... Can I...
Some green
just,
goo.
like, the, like, 1 in a billion chance they hear this and I get a bunch of free ones. It's those Rebel Matcha things. I drink these, like, every day. I know, I think caffeine doesn't affect me.
Really?
Because I just down it and nothing happens.
See, I drink, I believe, the equivalent of 5 cups of coffee a day, and every single time I have a sip of caffeine, I'm, like, off the wall like a child after he ate a bunch of, like...
Usually for me.
Coffee.
Taffy or something like that.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy.
And all the sugar.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know. I didn't do much this week.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, just a busy work week, I guess. But other than that, not much going on, you know.
Yeah.
I nominated to go to, because we have lots of like the kids pottery classes,
Uh-huh.
and I have one that I like a little more than the other ones. And
The
they're also
Timothy one?
No, he was just there for camp.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm sad now. No, but and there are also way more kids, so I went to that one, even though I was like super sick, and I was leaving making like trees with faces and stuff. And I think that really confused the chillins. Like it's a blank. I should not have been there, basically. It was like an awake fever dream. So we'll see if anyone comes back on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exciting.
We'll make sure to check the next show, and we'll give you updates on that, you know.
I saw Danny in another parking lot. My arch enemy.
The weird Danny.
Arch enemy? You have an arch enemy?
I mean, not really. We're friends.
Oh.
I don't really have it. Out of everyone I know,
Figurative
he's
sense.
the most... I had to live with him for like a week.
Mm.
And it was a disaster.
Mm.
And I keep seeing him in parking lots. He keeps getting in...
Why do you have to live
That's
with
his
him?
local hangout, man.
He keeps getting in different guys' cars.
He's a drifter.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that would explain why I was at your house for a week.
It wasn't my house.
Oh.
Or his house.
Oh, where were you living
Anyway.
at?
I was house sitting where he's a tenant.
Oh, okay. Wait, why did you have the house if there's someone already there?
There are chickens. I had to beekeep. All
Yeah,
kinds
okay,
of
I don't
stuff.
even want to know what this situation was. This chicken Danny house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't go into it.
Yeah.
I wish I had more to say, but...
I'm questioning my lactose intolerance. I'm
Really?
lactose intolerant, but I had a half a pizza last night. And I feel fine. I felt fine.
Well, good, man.
I just said, F it, I want this pizza.
Where was the pizza from?
IP3. Italian Pizzeria 3.
It's actual cheese. I was going to say it might
No,
be fake
that's
cheese,
the
but
real deal there.
It is.
But I also had like a half a pitcher of beer with it, so maybe that mitigated the effects of... I don't know if that's how that works at all. But I felt fine, so... That's a good thing that's happening in my life. Maybe I can start eating cheese again.
Rock on, man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm also lactose intolerant, and I have had those
It might
moments,
just be a
but
lie,
they don't
you know?
stick. No.
I'm thinking maybe it's just
Cooper.
something that's propagated.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah, or not even that. You know, like the media is trying to tell us that you can be lactose intolerant, and they're just trying to take down the cheese industry.
Right, except then you think about it and realize that it
Conspiracy.
makes total sense for humans to be lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I guess. Isn't it weird that we drink cow's milk? Of all the
Yes,
animals,
Cooper.
but like think about it, like of all the animals, like why not like pig milk or something?
Well, I think cows have to. Do all animals have to dispose of their milk?
No, I don't think so.
Cows are in contained if they're not. I don't know, Cooper.
Let it go. You know?
This milk conspiracy. I'll get to the bottom of this. We'll check in next week. I'll tell you what I dredge up.
Do some Wikipedia research.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I shouldn't mention it, but
Great.
Cooper, you
don't mention Cooper's business.
I'm lactating.
That was one place to say
you should mention that. I'm an anomaly.
Cooper, you may have heard of it from someone. Did you hear of the incident that happened on Monday morning?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
I did.
You're fine.
He got too excited. I didn't hear it.
The number 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
I think I'm good though.
You sure?
By that.
No.
Okay. So there was.
I want to hear more about this. I've heard whispers of this.
At a certain place where we all frequent, there was early Monday morning. It was actually a very stressful day, just for a number of reasons. But around like maybe 9:30, we had a customer come up to us or come up to someone and say, "There's an issue with the bathroom," and I actually didn't hear the whole conversation. Apparently, a customer of some kind,
of the primal kind,
tried to just let loose on the floor, number 2 style.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
You wouldn't check in?
No. I mean, because we had one of our coworker had to go, or the assistant manager had to go clean it up, and I offered like, no, I'll go clean it up, but. They said, no, I'm going to do it, blah, blah, blah.
Take the bullet.
Yeah. But it was just so strange.
Yeah.
Of all the things that, it was just, apparently it was just right there on the floor.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of elderly customers.
Still, though.
Well, so I thought a lot about this when I heard about it, because I didn't get any of the details. I just heard there was an incident this morning, this happened. And at first, my first thought was some little prankster went in there and did it. But then at 9:30 in the morning, no, 15-year-old little shithead is up at 9 in the morning pulling
high school
pranks.
dweeby.
Yeah, none of these high school dweebies are pulling pranks at 9 in the morning. So it must have been an elderly person, I guess. But I'm just thinking the mechanics of the situation. How does this work? How are they bracing themselves?
You have to.
Because it was so. Like what? Like
yeah.
It was that was just the beginning of an incredibly stressful day. But
yeah,
whoever did that, shame.
Apparently.
Kind of awesome. Like when our assistant manager came up and told us, I was like, that's so punk rock. You have to go for it, man.
We've all been there. We've all done it. But I mean, you don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
Don't endorse that. Shame on that person.
It does happen a lot at Chapel Hill High School, apparently.
Yeah, I mean
that's a high school.
That was the thing. High school poo pranks were the big deal.
That I never noticed that.
Oh well, me and my.
I just had a lot of pot in the bathrooms of my.
Huh?
I just had a lot of.
People smoking pot.
Yeah,
I didn't have that either. I don't know. Maybe I was just. To be fair, I don't like using public restrooms, so maybe I just wasn't privy to all the excitement.
What's weird? I almost prefer using public restrooms over my restroom at home. Not that my restroom at home is, gross or anything. There's just some excitement that comes with using a public restroom,
Is there?
Really?
I don't know.
A little bit. I think it started with me. I went to this really posh restaurant when I was little, and it was like a two-way mirror, and the bathroom, the walls were a two-way mirror in the middle of the restaurant.
Yeah.
So you could see everyone while you were...
I think that would be pretty cool.
I didn't like it at all. After that might have been the start.
Anyway, send in your poo-poo questions to the podcast. Any poo-poo stories.
Your stories, your horror stories.
Yeah, any poo-poo movies.
Yeah, whatever.
Great.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was very strange.
I'm sorry about that.
Luckily, we didn't have the that super creepy guy come in that we had like a month or two ago.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I laughed hysterically.
He usually comes in on Mondays, and so thank God he didn't. But we won't go because I talked about it on here. But just like it's probably one of the creepiest, most suspicious people I've ever come across. Very strange. But luckily he was not there. So, but okay. Oh, I didn't even say what we were going to be talking about.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. So we're going to be talking about. You Were Never Really Here, the Sundance Joaquin Phoenix film. And then we're also going to be doing a review or at least Chloe and I will be, of Final Portrait with Armie Hammer and Jeffrey Rush and Tony Shalhoub. And then we have not much news, but we have some listener questions and all the usual stuff. So thanks for joining us. Sorry that we're 10 minutes in. And
For real?
Yeah.
Man.
Sorry about that. But should we go ahead and jump in? And maybe we'll see if Braden will be here by the time we start. But okay, we'll take a listen to a clip of Final Portrait.
You have the head of a brute.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah. You look like a real thug.
Thank you.
If I was to paint you as I see you now and a policeman was to see this painting, you'd be thrown in jail like that.
Well, then perhaps we shouldn't continue.
No. It's all right, because I'll never be able to paint you as I see you.
You sure?
Yes, of course.
All right, so Final Portrait is directed by, was it Stanley Tucci?
Yeah.
And stars Armie Hammer, Jeffrey Rush, James Faulkner,
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
Fleur Delacour.
Oh, I knew I recognized that person, yes.
Yeah.
And the synopsis...
And the wife. I don't know her name.
And the wife. And this synopsis is the story of Swiss painter and sculptor Alberto Giacometti, right?
I've always said...
Giacometti looks like.
I've always said his name, but that's not how they said it. Whatever.
So,
close enough.
This one, I didn't know really anything about aside from just having seen the poster. But Chloe and I went to the Chelsea and saw this last night together.
Correct. We came out with some differing opinions.
Yeah. Chloe, do you want to start or shall I?
You start. I like arguing. You can't do that after one else has said anything.
Okay. Well, I was really not crazy about the movie. For one, maybe it's just my own fault, but I don't really know anything about this sculptor painter.
Artist.
Yeah, the artist. But I found it to be incredibly empty and kind of uninteresting. I thought it was just for one thing, the visual style is just unusually dull.
It matched his works, though. It was cool.
But that doesn't mean it's interesting, though.
Well, some people think it's interesting.
Everything is like so unbelievably washed out and gray.
I was about to say, it looked very gray.
Yeah, and it's like the whole situation is already very not very stylized at all or interesting. It's just a guy sitting there, and the least they could have done is at least made it a colorful or even a surreal take. It's just so, and also just the direction is so ordinary. Like there's nothing interesting going on. It's just these two characters who they have a partnership, but it's pretty much just Armie Hammer is.
It wasn't two characters. There were five
vital
characters.
No, the main section. It's Armie Hammer is just guy, and then Jeffrey Rush is the typical kind of old grumpy artist guy who's particular and is kind of snobby, and it's the same type.
He's not snobby. He lives in a dump.
Just his personality. It's just
particular.
Particular and
different than snobby.
Yeah, still
pretty similar.
And I just found it to be like I don't see why this needed to be feature length. Like you could have cut.
It was an hour and a half.
That's feature length.
I know, but it was short.
It was
it was concise.
But I found it to be very needlessly slow and very thematically empty. And also the ending happens in about 30 seconds. And you could have cut half of this movie out and it would have made no difference on the ending. And it would have been because it's essentially just, here we tricked him a little bit. The portrait's done. We did it. End.
Well, it demonstrates that he finally understands this other person.
Yeah, but also I thought this was going to be like a portrait that took like months. Like this, it's just 3 weeks. Like that's not that.
That's a lot of time to sit in a chair.
It is. That's a lot of time, but it's not very cinematically interesting. It's just there's a few cutscenes.
Everything doesn't have to be Dunkirk to be interesting, though.
I don't need it to be, but it's like it's just him sitting in a chair a few scenes and
That's
him,
not true.
And him saying, I need to change my reservation. And also there's no conflict. You know almost nothing about anyone. I mean, you don't know
it's called nuance, Henry. There's conflict between literally every character.
There
every other character.
There is a little there's a bit of conflict, but it's stuff I've seen 1,000 times. It's the wife who's jealous of the man who goes and kind of sleeps around.
No, she's not jealous of him,
or not jealous, but angry with his situation, what they've done, or what he's done for her, and how he treats her. And then, nothing about why Armie Hammer has gone there. His life before. He's
an author and journalist. They said he's written articles on Giacometti, and he was like, I want to do a portrait.
Oh, here's Braden. All right, so we'll quick little pause here during the review, but Braden has joined us. So, Braden, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. I know you got a lot going on, so always appreciate you taking the time. But yeah, so I kind of jumping back into Final Portrait for a little while. So I mean, I just found all the dynamics to be so one note. It's just it's stuff I've seen 1,000 times before. It's just and again, the ending is so unsatisfying. It's like, what
did you want to have happen?
Something that's thematically or in terms of character that's interesting. It happens so quickly. It's just this, here, why don't we try this? Oh, painting done. Movie over.
It seems like, from just what you're saying, it just didn't really seem like a story that was like ripe.
Yeah, I don't...
Or like there's no reason for it to be turned into...
I think this would make a good book.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
But that doesn't...
Okay,
James, the Armie Hammer was a back in the day a very successful author who he did fiction, and it was not super acclaimed, and then he moved into doing these kinds of things.
Okay.
Observing artists and stuff. Because he was in the war, he went to Europe, he liked it there a lot more, and he could be, gay there and stuff anyway.
Right.
So he didn't really want to go back, so he did these kind of things. So it was a book, and he did take a picture every day of the painting. It's in there too. It's very cool.
Huh. Okay, well again, I think the book could be interesting, but I do not see why anyone was drawn to this story. There's nothing going... I agree with what you said last night. It's a nice little slice of life into this world, but it's a world that's just not that interesting.
To you.
To me, yes. Again, that's just like we were talking about last week. It's just my opinion. I just wish there was more characters that were...
I don't know what you want.
No, I just wish there were more characters that were interesting, that were more dynamic, that...
It was a very nuanced, subtle movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't know if there's much nuance.
Well, maybe you missed it, Henry.
Maybe. I'm a big dummy, so...
Is the conflict just that he has to keep changing his reservation?
No, that's kind of the
surface level.
What's that word? The catalyst for all the actual... It's just an observation. It's like a little microcosm. It's like you zoom in through this kind of decrepit house into these people's lives. I like the house. It's kind of like a little snow globe. You like your world building?
Yeah.
I like that too, and it's like a really small version of that.
Yeah, I mean, the house was cool. I mean, it's just
I'm not talking about the house itself.
Or
anyway.
I mean, the look of the house is fine. It's just, like, there's just
Henry,
nothing.
can I go? Okay.
Oh yeah. You need to.
No, I can't.
Go for it.
Thank you so much. Okay, so it was about... It was taken from the memoir of James Wood, and it was about Alberto Giacometti, who is a super famous artist, right? Lots of controversy around him anyway. Because people think he stole his most famous, The Pointing Man. But that's not what this was about at all. Basically, it was just a zoom in these people's lives. There's this artist, and it kind of... Armie Hammer's character is just kind of a normal guy who's taking it all in. Giacometti, who was so well done by Jeffrey Rush. And they had the prosthetics and everything. It was pretty cool. Anyway, he's like the classic like artist figure, the older man artist figure who's like just totally disruptive and doesn't care about anyone else, whatever. You know, he throws money at his wife and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's Armie Hammer's character taking that in and observing it. And there is a lot of nuance and there are a lot of relationships. Like, Tony Shalhoub and Armie Hammer's relationship is really sweet, and Tony Shalhoub's a nice foil to Jeffrey Rush. And my favorite bit is when Armie Hammer, who I think his acting was really good, like I said, nuanced again.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine in the movie. I think the performances they're fine.
Anyway, so when he begins to acknowledge, because I think he also idolizes this character, Giacometti, so it's that kind of slowly disintegrating as he realizes it more and more. When he realizes how Giacometti treats his wife throughout the movie, and he asks her about her dress and stuff, even though he doesn't care, and he begins to... Anyway, I think it was very sweet, well done. I got bored like once, and then as I looked at my watch, they like picked up the pacing and the sound and everything like that. I really liked the score also. I thought it did really well. Except when the music from the Finding Your Feet, I guess, next door was way louder during this very... It was right when Armie Hammer was starting to get like super uncomfortable and tight and like really wanting to leave, and then the like upbeat old people music just started playing from next door. But no, I thought it was really good. Though in every way, aesthetically, I thought it was really pleasing. It wasn't too complicated. They only used handheld cameras, which I thought was pretty cool. It kind of highlights the kind of small scale of the whole movie. But on that note, they also took you out of the place, so it wasn't totally claustrophobic, like they went down to the cafe and stuff like that. You're not supposed to like him. He's supposed to become more and more...
I understand that, yeah. He just wasn't interesting to watch, I don't think. And I agree that Jeffrey Rush plays if that's how the guy was, he's the old kind of, again, like particular artist genius guy. But it's just, I've seen that done 1,000 times. There's nothing new to bring. Well, and maybe in the book there's much more, but it's just that essentially in this, it's just him yelling at people, making kind of a joke every once in a while, and then... It's
not about him, though. It's about Armie Hammer.
I understand that, but in all the scenes with Jeffrey Rush, he's just not... It's just tiring. It's not interesting. It's not... I'm not thinking about his character. It's just kind of...
I thought it was interesting.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it.
One thing that's kind of unavoidable they use, which is cool, but it also kind of didn't work, because he's like this huge genius, right? And the portrait ended up looking just like the actual guy, but they used the actual photographs, which they obviously put them on canvas, makes sense.
Yeah.
But so it didn't look like Armie Hammer at all. It was really funny. They're like, oh my god, it looks just like him. Totally different. But that's kind of, suspended disbelief.
What is his style? Is it like hyper realistic, or is it more like...
He started out being very expressionist, which kind of follows through into his sculpture, which is what he started out with and then went back to in the end because it was a lot more popular. His paintings didn't do that. Like, he didn't really have that many portraits. They weren't his thing.
And this was the final portrait.
He died shortly thereafter.
Rip. Damn.
Yeah. Cooper trying to sound interested, and I appreciate it.
And no, I mean, I'll say, I guess, since Chloe, you're an artist yourself, I could see how someone who is an artist or is incredibly interested in the process of how something like this is done would find that interesting. But if you're not, I just feel like you're going to be completely ostracized from the majority of what's going on.
Yeah, if it seems like, a couple years ago, Love and Mercy, the pet sounds, like... I like that movie a lot, but I wouldn't suggest it to anyone that doesn't love pet sounds, the toys, because it's like, I love seeing, the dramatization of them making the album and stuff, but if you're not interested in that, then it might fall flat.
And
so. Got my two least favorite actors.
No, but I'm just saying, but the other parts of the movie didn't make up for, I felt like that movie is just...
I thought they did. I loved Elizabeth Banks. I loved John Cusack, and I thought his struggle with mental illness was really fascinating. I mean, it was really fascinating to watch that, because that's not something, particularly somebody of his celebrity, it's not something you see, or of Brian Wilson celebrity. It's not something that you see that they publicize, that they discuss much publicly. And so, the fact that they made a film about his memoirs dealing with this, I thought was interesting. Yeah. And it was really well done. Yeah. So it wasn't necessarily just about the making.
No, it's not. I'm just saying, for me personally, that was my favorite part of that movie, and I just felt like the other parts of it, I could kind of take it or leave it. But I agree, like, it is an insanely interesting story. But sorry, we're kind of
if you want to see something about the making of Pet Sounds, go watch Wrecking Crew, a documentary about the studio musicians.
Oh, yeah.
They actually worked on Pet Sounds.
And worked on a whole bunch of other.
Yeah, a whole bunch of other Beach Boys. And just other everything. Yeah. But anyhow, good movie.
I was going to say, that's why I found something like Loving Vincent so much more interesting, just because I feel like you don't even have to be that interested in the character to...
You can't be, because then you're bored out of your mind.
No, I mean, like, you don't have to be an artist to appreciate...
I know, but I'm telling you, if you know anything about Van Gogh, you're like, okay, I'm just looking at these paintings, which is nice for a while, until you, like, get a seizure, but...
Right. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, but it's just with this, yes, the process at times is interesting, but everything surrounding it is just, it's almost just to the point of being so minimalist that it's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from this.
Okay, all I'll say, Giacometti spent his whole life, like, grappling with trying to convey just the human condition, like, that was what he was trying to do, and that is what this movie was a portrayal of the human condition. So it's kind of an ode in that men away. I thought it was interesting, though. I thought it was pleasant enough to watch also. I didn't think it... I don't need, like, a car... Well, there was a...
I don't need a car chase either.
You do, Henry. You need a car chase.
No, I mean, I mean, I'm fine with a... I mean, one of my favorites...
Or someone eating pie for 10 years.
I would have loved if Armie Hammer just ate pie during the whole thing. No, but I mean, one of my favorite types of films are, like, just kind of dialogue-driven, simple films, and this just had... I found it to be incredibly unengaging. But, again...
There you go. Could go either way.
Yeah.
I did go home. To be honest with you, I did go home, and I drew and started painting of Armie Hammer. The whole time I was watching, I was like, I can totes do this. I went for it. He's got kind of little turtle lips. There's a lot of close-ups of Armie Hammer.
Turtle lips.
Turtle lips?
I'll show it to you next time.
Okay,
I'll probably finish it in a few hours.
Insult turtle lips.
No, he's so cute.
Hey, turtle lips.
I love turtles.
Okay.
I had a pet turtle named Stumpy for like 6 years.
Stumpy.
Yeah, she was missing a leg.
Oh.
My sister named her, not me.
Classic Gemma.
Classic Gemma.
But yeah, so I mean, again, I think if you are maybe an artist or interested in that process...
Everybody else, well, other people in the theater liked it. They were loving it.
You sure?
Yeah, they kept going, wow. If you're me or are on Medicare.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
But, yeah, Brain, if you get a chance to see it, I'd be curious to see what you think.
Yeah, me too.
And Coop, maybe give it buy that Blu-ray, man.
Yeah, maybe that'll be my first 4K.
But yeah, anything else on Final Portrait?
I guess not. I feel like I didn't defend it very well.
No, you did. Out of 5?
12,000, Henry.
It's a 2 for me. Okay, well...
Cooper and Braden can give it stars even though they didn't see it.
I'm going to give it 3.5.
Okay.
Thanks.
Same thing as Isle of Dogs?
No, I probably... Well,
Leave it, Cooper.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
But yeah, so I guess we can move into our review of You Were Never Really Here, and we have a clip for this one too, so take a listen.
235 East 31st Street. That's what the text said. You have kids, Joe? No. Nina. Her name is Nina. I've heard of these places. Underage girls. Senator, if she's there, I'll get her. Cleary said you were brutal. I can be.
You Were Never Really Here is directed by Lynn Ramsey, and I guess, and also the screenplays by her, and stars Joaquin Phoenix, Dante Pereira Olsen.
I'm excited for you to say her name.
Judith Roberts.
Not her. The other one.
Frank Pando. That's about it. Any.
The girl. She's like the other main character. It's like a Russian name, I think.
Yeah.
Ekaterina Samsonov.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Ekaterina Samsonov.
Yeah, so this one, I actually saw at Sundance when I was there back in January. And I actually got to see it with a completely packed theater, which is cool. But it's just got a...
Apparently you have to go to film festivals for theaters to be packed anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And so, yeah, it also has just got a somewhat wide release this past Friday. So, what did y'all think of the film? Who wants to start?
I don't know. I mean... I was watching it, as I was watching, I just kept drawing parallels to other films, which I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. Maybe it's a symptom of watching too many films and thinking about them within a framework of discussion rather than just as standalone products, artistic, entertainment, whatever the director's going for. So... I just kept watching it and going, oh, it's a professional. Oh, this reminds me of Michael Mann's Collateral. Oh, it's, there's a lot of overlap with Good Time here. Yeah.
Braden's favorite movie.
I do like Good Time.
It's on Amazon Prime now.
That's where I watched it.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was a challenging film to watch.
Yeah.
The whole thing, I think, is put together in a really remarkable way. Just to put you, just to put you into a state of unease.
Yeah. Right.
And obviously, Joaquin Phoenix's character, Joe, is such a broken, dissonant, dysfunctional person. I mean, even aside from the fact that he's a contract killer, he struggles with, his mother. He struggles with his life. Obviously, there's a lot of
PTSD.
Yeah, he's got PTSD, that's the strange thing about it is, I mean, the abuse that he and his mother both received as when he was a child, and the flashbacks to that. And I thought that was done in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
And the thing with the plastic bag, I thought that was interesting because you think, oh, autoerotic asphyxiation, but that's not at all what it is. It's kind of, I mean, that's PTSD, and then he has actual PTSD from when he was in, I guess, Iraq, Afghanistan, something like that.
The Gulf War.
The Gulf War?
Correct.
Was that actually what it...
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
They didn't mention the film.
Yeah, they don't.
I read it.
And I will say, sorry, I didn't even read the synopsis. I'm really blowing it here. So, a traumatized veteran, unafraid of violence, tracks down missing girls for a living. When a job spins out of control, Joe's nightmares overtake him as a conspiracy is uncovered, leading to what may be his death trip or his awakening. So, go ahead.
Now it's all clear.
I don't know. It's all that synopsis.
Crystal clear. Yeah. I mean, film synopses are just terrible, anyways. I understand they're trying not to spoil things, but I mean, good lord, it's complete utter garbage.
I didn't even know that much when I watched it, which I think made it better.
Yeah. That's not. I wouldn't want to hear that before seeing this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So you're welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lynn Ramsey does such a spectacular job of making it sort of a comprehensive film. It's holistic. No part of it is left out, which, that's something which, obviously, I've harped on this with other films before, Blade Runner 2049, I think probably The Master. But that's one of the things that I like about watching films like this is if it's a seamless whole.
Yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I really appreciate a lot about these films. And a lot of that is the extent to which the soundtrack works with it.
Johnny Greenwood's score
Johnny Greenwood
amazing.
is
Could it
just
be
amazing.
any different than his his last score that he did for Phantom Thread.
The score that he did for Phantom Thread, which obviously is dramatically different, but I mean, you listen to what he did for The Master.
Yeah.
And There Will Be Blood as well.
And that as well.
All incredible scores.
And I mean, there's a lot of sort of clangy, dissonant kind of stuff, and I mean, he takes that to a whole other level. I mean, the stuff that he does for PTA is remarkable, but for this film, he takes it to a whole other level.
This might be my favorite.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. And the whole film is intended to put you at unease to sort of break something or leave you feeling empty or hollow.
Yeah,
and it does that, I think, really, really well.
Yeah.
So it's a remarkable film, but you feel unsettled.
Yeah.
After watching it. And not because it's, it challenges any of your preconceptions about it. It's just such a dark film.
Yeah.
And in terms of everything, a broken man who kills people and all the sex trafficking rings and all this stuff.
It's not just like he's not necessarily just a hitman. He's kind of just like
he's not. Well, that's the weird thing about it.
He does kill people.
He's just like an enforcer.
It's like he'll do that if that's part of the job.
Yeah.
It's like
just muscle.
He'll go if if it's to find a girl and he gets the girl and gets back, great. If he needs to kill someone, he will.
Yeah.
It's.
But the one thing that's great about the film is you end up feeling compassionate towards him in a sense that I'm not meaning to cut you off, but I just want to point that out. Like, you don't think he's a good guy, but you do feel sorry for him. It's not like the characters in Good Time where you're like, these are all other than the brother. The brother, the mentally challenged brother. But you do feel some sort of
like a dark compassion.
Yeah, you're like
sympathy.
You understand, that the way that they craft the film, you understand why he's doing these things, and you might not agree with them, but I think that speaks a lot about the film, that you kind of feel bad for him at the end of the film.
Well, that's the thing that the whole film I was trying to figure out, is because there seems to be sort of a disconnect between who he is, his past, and what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing about it is, I never got the feeling that he did this out of some sort of sense of moral outrage or social justice or vigilantism for these, these mistreated, that's an understatement, mistreated young women.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's just doing it for the money.
Well,
and it's as though he doesn't feel anything, but he's doing it in order to maybe, hopefully, have some sort of connection.
I think he kind of does it so he can have a purpose, and it's the only thing that he knows how to do, kind of.
But it doesn't really feel like he has a purpose, though. He personally just doesn't care what he's doing. But he chooses.
He got her sodas.
Well, he chooses to do this in order to maybe at some point rekindle something in himself.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think that he is just a masochist, but it's a product of his past.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of little scenes, like when there's a scene where he keeps dropping a knife, and right before it is about to hit his foot, he slides his foot out of the way.
He moves his foot out of the way.
And I think that he's just kind of chasing the high of.
Well, then the asphyxiation.
And the asphyxiation, I think that and I think he's just doing it because being a product of war and things like that, like he knows violence, and that's like his.
It's kind of like the Hurt Locker. In that case, where it's like you see him, he'll willingly go out and maybe even endanger himself to get that high, and then when you see him back at home, he's just sitting there quietly bored, and then he has to go back, even if it means he ends up getting killed or he's surrounded by violence and danger. So yeah. Well, Chloe, what did you think? I actually didn't realize you had seen this. I thought you had just seen Final
Portrait. I thought you were skipping.
I'm a committed person.
I'm glad.
I do things.
Thank you for seeing it.
You're so welcome.
What'd you think?
Yeah, it was. It was not super my type of movie. I didn't think it was. I honestly didn't like the way it was put together, but like the I respect it. It's just not my style. Like the security camera footage and stuff.
Oh, that scene was great.
I did like how she avoided showing the violence.
Yeah,
the actual violence.
You'd think that the film is brutal nonetheless, but like they really kind of skirt away from showing a lot of the violence. Mm-hmm. There are a couple scenes where, it's pretty brutal, but for the most part, the violence happens off screen and is implied, or you see the aftermath of it.
Yeah, which I think adds to the film. Also, because you're supposed to become more and more, I think, sympathetic towards the character, and I'm sure that helps. But knowing nothing about it, except that it was compared to Taxi Driver or whatever, I did think the character development was really interesting, because it rivaled, at first I like romance, like typical like hitman, blah blah blah, but it did rival my expectations. He was a much more round character than anticipated, which I really respected. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't my favorite. I don't understand his acting style either. I know it got like a 7-minute standing ovation, and
I thought he was incredible in it.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't understand. I think it's I usually don't understand him, but he gravitated towards this project, so it kind of aligns. But I think it was also the direction, because I didn't understand the girls acting very much either. Didn't think it was that.
And it was a little, I mean,
extra is the word.
Or just out of curiosity, how do you mean you don't like get his style? I mean, just out of curiosity,
I think he. Like, sometimes I'd be like, oh, wow, like, this is an amazing scene, whatever. Uh-huh. And then it would just tip over a little too much and be like, no, don't like it. I just thought...
Like, it's too theatrical? It's not, like, realistic?
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know how to, say this very well, obviously.
I get what you're saying, because he's a method actor
the same way. Yeah, take it, Brayden. Take it.
Well, he's a method actor the same way that Jared Leto is, the same way that
it's kind of, to me, his acting comes...
Daniel Day-Lewis
to me, his acting comes across a little self-indulgent. That is kind of what
that's
I mean.
The same issue that I have with Daniel Day-Lewis. And I can see that with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
usually
so
he does...
He does
a very good job, but there are occasionally roles that he does take that it's a little too much.
And that's how I felt with it. And I just don't like that kind of with the like crushing of the jelly beans and crab, and it's like, oh, it's green. Like, I just don't like that kind of, what's going on in his mind? He must be an extra.
Well, that's the other thing.
Nuance.
Yeah.
Please, no. Ugh.
What is with the delivery of his lines?
The green one.
You can't understand anything he's saying.
Yeah,
I could not get most of what he was saying.
It's like Tom Hardy's Bane in the Batman movie. It was
there was pivotal scene. There was specifically a pivotal scene in the movie that you had to understand the dialogue between him and another character. I think it might have been maybe the theater, maybe the sound mixing.
I couldn't hear a damn thing.
And there is a couple scenes where, but ultimately, I'll get to it when I talk. But it didn't bother me as much just because the story to me sort of takes a back seat.
Yeah, well, I mean this is obviously more style over substance. I think the way that it's presented, and the dialogue it seems almost like a secondary or tertiary concern. Yeah. It's kind of like, let's put some dialogue in.
Which again is not my speed, so I'm sure that's a factor as
well. I can appreciate films with different approaches to the presentation.
And she loves that.
Yeah. Well, more dialogue, more cinematography, more effect, and this one obviously is not as interested in the dialogue because the dialogue is very sparse, it's very terse, it's very rare.
But also, it makes sense for the world that the characters that they're following. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix isn't a talkative person, and also the girl, her situation, who would want to talk, who's been through
she's
that
very very broken.
But then again, she was like, I don't know, I'm just not about it. I didn't think there was enough character development with the girl. But.
Well, see, I kind of like the relationship they have. It's just
typical.
Well, she's not even in the film all that much.
Yeah. I mean, I just where they're just together. They're not going to try and connect. It's just we're going to get through this, and then we're both going to go our separate ways. I kind of like that about it. But I know I really liked it. I thought I did really like Joaquin Phoenix. I pretty much like him in everything. Yeah. And it's just a great, kind of similar to A Quiet Place. It's just a great kind of mood piece and atmosphere. And I did like, I mean, Chloe, this is a style that you have said, I mean, you aren't really just personally aren't a fan of, but I did like how it was kind of intentionally misleading or a little ambiguous at times. I like that. And it made sense for the the world and the characters. I really loved the relationship with the mother. Him and his mother, just that felt very natural.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I got is that this girl that he saves is the reason he sort of gloms onto her so much is it's essentially a replacement for his mother.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But Cooper. I mean, I guess you've already said stuff, but
Cooper's ready.
Overall, what did you think?
I wanted to hit on something that Brain was saying about the film being like holistically well realized and stuff. I felt that everything working in conjunction worked really, really well. Like the score fit the film perfectly. I thought Joaquin Phoenix's acting was incredible. For the character that he was playing, like there could be scenes where he's completely deadpan and seems like out of his mind, but then he'll like let out a laugh or something like that, and it's just like you can never really predict how he's going to act in each scene.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like what you're talking about with the knife thing. It's like that's so creepy, but then he'll go have a completely normal conversation with his mother, and he'll be laughing and happy, And then, but then when he's by himself, he's like a completely different person.
Yeah, and then like the aesthetics of the film, it's like hyper neon and stuff like that, but it's also like very grimy looking and grimy. It's one thing I loved about Good Time, and I think the best thing about Good Time was how authentically gross that movie was. Like when they're in like a shitty apartment, it doesn't look like a movie's version of a shitty apartment. Right. You know what I mean? It just looks like some cheap shitty apartment. And same thing with this movie, where like when they're in like a stock room, it doesn't look like let's place these boxes. Like it looked like they went into like a Dollar Tree's stock room.
Yeah, and it wasn't staged. They didn't do it on a sound stage. And then let's go out back and get some gritty boxes, cardboard boxes, and put them up. It was like
she also had to put it together in like a month because he was unavaileable.
Oh, did she?
Like, lost off it, and then
I think that works to the film.
Yeah,
I mean that's the thing is you get the sense that she just sort of walked around with the camera and just walked down the alley and then knocked on a back door. Hey, do you mind if we take 5 minutes and film a scene in here? Yeah. Okay. And they film a scene in the stock room of like a Chinese restaurant. And so it's like,
But, but then they couple that with like super, like hyper stylized like scenes with, really bright lights and all that stuff. And the music and like the super dissonant,
funky music.
Like there's the scene at the beginning of the movie when he's leaving a hotel room and like the first time you hear the score and it's just the most like jarring,
it's like
ripping into your ear,
very percussive, repetitive kind of unsettling.
But like, I don't know, I just thought it perfectly matched the film.
I really like the depiction of New York. I thought that was really interesting because it's. I'm so tired of the whole '90s. The film that comes to mind is that. Devil Wears Prada film. Yeah. But all those films like that, I mean, I know that wasn't sterile, 90s, but it seems to... Yeah. New York is just all beautiful, giant glass buildings, and everybody's pretty and so well put together.
Island.
And I mean, it's a giant concrete tsunami covered in trash and filth and grime.
Was Good Time in New York? Is that in New York?
Yes.
It's another
Not in... I don't know if it was necessarily set in Manhattan, but I think it was set in a lot of the boroughs around it.
Yeah.
Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, all those places. So again, it doesn't even get into... Maybe it does at some point, but it's not really... But it shows you, and I mean, this is a trend with a lot of shows these days. So I can't say, this is a wholly new original thing that Lynn Ramsey does. Right. But I appreciate the way that it's being used in order to accentuate sort of the themes of dissonance and dysfunction that run not only through You Were Never Really Here, but through these other films, Good Time. And I'm also thinking of Mr. Robot. If you watch that series, you see aspects of New York that you would never see in like a 90s film. But it's so... The noise is overwhelming and the people are overwhelming and everything. It just seems claustrophobic. You don't go, wow, everything's so magical and big and shiny. And you kind of go, oh my God, it's the walls, the buildings, all this concrete is closing in and it just feels your breath is being sucked out of you. And I think that works really well with the emotions that she's trying to elicit from viewers.
And so when you're saying when you were watching it, you were being reminded of all these other films and stuff like that. But I was too. Like I thought there was a lot of like Taxi Driver. I felt a lot of Drive. Felt a lot of good time.
I was thinking
a lot
about
of professional.
Yeah, and actually, one quick thing about the sound reminded me of how Seven is. The idea of that. Yeah. I mean, they never say what city it is, but it's like you always hear these just horrible sounds from outside, or even just within the apartments, and it's just like this is such a uncomfortable place to be.
Man, I like New York.
I love New York, but it's just.
If I had a 6-figure salary, I'd move there in a heartbeat. There's a lot to do, but I mean, I have no illusions. It's not a pretty place.
At times,
I grew up going there probably
at times.
Times a year.
There's some pretty nice places.
There are some nice places
where we would be living.
I mean, it's like it's almost like when I went to San Francisco. There's some amazing places, but also there are a few places that aren't so nice, you know. But that's the case with every big city, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But for me, the film never felt like iterative. Like, even though it was pulling, I felt like a lot from these other films. I felt that it like asserted its own identity, and it ended up feeling very unique.
Yeah.
And like all those films I just mentioned, like I love all those movies.
Well, that's
so maybe I was partial to this going in, but and another thing too with the style over substance, I don't use that term. I mean, a lot of times, like, you know, I'll use that negatively, but in this case, I use it positively. Like, I thought that because everything was working in conjunction so well, that even though the story is kind of bare bones or, you know, ambiguous or clunkily told at best sometimes, I thought that it didn't really matter. Like, for me, it doesn't really bother me that I missed some of. Well, okay, rewind a little bit. There's a scene in the movie I mentioned earlier where two characters are talking, and when I was seeing it in the theaters, I picked up none of the dialogue. And in that scene, they're revealing the intricacies of, like, what the conspiracy is a little bit. I mean, like, there's still a lot for you to, like, kind of gather from, like,
just... Well, that's the thing about it is, like, first of all, this whole weird conspiracy, it's not a conspiracy. First of all, it's just straight up.
Yeah, I use that loosely. I use it loosely.
It's not as though it's not as though it's some sort of grand machination by some cabal of government. It's just they're disgusting pedophiles and they trade young girls.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing conspiratorial about that.
Yeah,
but I mean, first of all, it seems sort of patently absurd, this whole concept. So there's a lot of suspension of disbelief involved there. And I mean, it's like some of these stories, like I'm thinking of all those Chuck Palahniuk stories. The guy who wrote, you know, Fight Club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he did that other film that Sam Rockwell was in. What the hell was it called?
Choke or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah, I know he wrote Choke, but I can't remember if that was the other one that was turned into a movie. But it's just these things that they introduce concepts that are so patently bizarre and strange and disconcerting. And I mean, that's the sort of premise for this film. And it works as a premise for this film, but it's just, it requires so much suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, but I felt that, you know, that was okay.
Not the sex trafficking, but the fact that you've got these high level government officials.
Yeah, like none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
None of this could happen in real life. But you know, it's film, so...
Did y'all hear about quick thing, that Smallville actress?
Yeah, she was actually part of the sex trafficking.
She's been accused, or maybe...
This has been like a long time thing. This has been out for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just like a recent...
No.
Yeah.
It's been out.
I don't say that... Yeah. Anyways, this actress from Smallville has been accused of like a sex cult. Like sex trafficking and stuff.
Is it what's her face? The one that she was in Small, Kristen.
Don't know her name,
Minor, I think.
but yeah, she just like all of a sudden it's like, oh, sex cult. Anyhow,
I'm not saying that stuff's not out there because it is,
but in the context of the story, like how they're getting away with it is a little
high-ranking government officials with like secret chalets up in the upstate New York that nobody knows about. I mean,
which again I don't go for. I think it undermines reality.
But that's okay. Like, I mean,
it is. I mean, you have to
it's established pretty early on that it's a hyper stylized type of movie. That
well, I mean, a guy who's a contract killer who goes around murdering people with ball peen hammers and
in the middle of New York.
And somehow people nothing. There's no repercussions for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Well, one interesting thing in terms of his character is he's someone who, like, in how he's presented, is he could be doing certain things with how he's going about doing that job in so many different parts of life. Like, he's just someone that goes into a dollar store and buys a hammer. Right. And that guy could just as easily be going to fix his house. Right. But nope, he's going to find a girl and needs a weapon. Like, it's just kind of an interesting thing you could think about.
You know, and there's points in the movie where because a lot of times these like movies like this can get kind of like masturbatory, where they're like, oh, like this is, I don't know, like this is a cool movie. You know what I mean? Like it can get like this is an artsy type of movie, but like
hubris.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like there's maybe moments where it was about to step over that line, like maybe the scene at the lake a little bit. Mm-hmm. But then I felt like it kind of reined it in, and it never got to that point where it was.
Well, that was the one scene that I think bothered me more than any other, because, and it wasn't that it was poorly done, but it was the one that it was, as you said, it was the most sort of artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is in the lake, and the single beam of pure white light shining down on him, and he's floating weightless into space. And his mother's sinking, and there's the girl, and you're just kind of going, okay, I've seen this before. Let's move it along, get back to that.
Classic Lord of the Rings.
But I also like though how out of place that scene was, because I thought it kind of went with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say if there was one thing you could point out, it would be that scene. But I think at least at the time, I really enjoyed that. And also, it's the film. It doesn't give you enough time to, in a good way, it doesn't give you enough time to really think or question certain choices in style, because it's such a tight kind of 90-minute thing that like you could be like, oh, I didn't really understand that. Oh, well, we're back to the next scene.
Yeah.
You know, and so with that, obviously it's the end of the film, but I know I personally liked it, and the score was great during that scene as well.
Also, then like you're still seeing like the images on screen are still like pretty grotesque looking. Like it's the body with the hair coming.
Well, that's the interesting thing about it is even though you don't actually see much in the way of violence in the film, you see it shows a lot of the aftermath and a lot of the sort of grisly cadavers left by these violent actions are actually worse than the violence themselves, than the violence itself. So, in a strange way, it's not necessarily the violence; it's the aftermath, it's the repercussions of that violence.
Yeah,
you know, because I'm just thinking of the fellow at the end of the film with his throat cut, and then you see what Joaquin Phoenix has done with the hammer, and then his handler, his fixer, who was murdered, sitting there at the table, and of course,
spoiler alert.
But it's there's so much. Not actual violence itself. Again, you don't see the violence, but what happens in the wake of violence.
It's the idea of violence and what that can kind of do. But also, just in terms of a scene that's so shocking, but it's so effective, is the one that I was telling Cooper about yesterday with the diner scene at the end.
Yeah,
that's so horrifying.
Yeah, don't want to spoil that.
But. No, but it's like you're like. It's played a certain way, and you can immediately see.
Well, it's interesting like, how that ties in with the bit at the lake, because there's obviously if there's a theme about what he wants, what it seems he desires most in his life, but is completely incapable of doing.
And whatever way you see that scene playing out, it's still like you could see him doing that.
Yeah,
it
didn't seem out of place.
He's so unpredictable and damaged that you're like. Yeah, he could do that right now, you know? Yeah. No, despite everything, because once he does it, he doesn't need to care about it anymore, you know? So.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to say about it, tying in our conversation with Quiet Place last week, or was that the week before?
Last week.
That was last week. Were we saying, like, I remember I was saying last week that Quiet Place felt like it didn't have respect for its audience, and that's why it kind of had to hammer in all this exposition and stuff like that, or I felt like this was the opposite, where it had a lot of respect for the audience.
It was challenging.
Yeah,
and they knew. Because there was definitely a target audience for this movie. You know, like when I went to go see
Chloes.
it.
Yeah.
They're not trying to. I mean, I'm not shitting on these people, but they're not trying to draw in the Fast and Furious type of people or something like that. Mm-hmm.
This isn't a crowd pleaser.
No, and that's why
it's not a happy feel good film. It's not a film you go and you watch, you go, that was awesome. I'm gonna go race my car. And, you watch and you go, oh, I'm gonna go home crying to his pillow.
Yeah, but especially the way it handled its exposition, stuff like that, and his PTSD, like. There was flashbacks to his troubled youth, but they would literally be 2 seconds long.
Yeah.
And the same with the thing in Afghanistan. There's one scene that probably 5 seconds long with two men. I mean, this isn't much of a spoiler. It's two men dancing in their military garb in the desert. So that's all you need to know. Oh, he was in Afghanistan or in Iraq or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's all you need to know. You don't need to have a 5-minute scene of him going through Afghanistan,
here he is with the convoy.
Yeah,
hey, Joey, what you doing today?
Oh, Joe, I don't know. It's just two men dancing at a base in the desert. That's all you need to know. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was awesome. You don't have to waste. This film could easily be a 2.5 hour fucking slog.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess Tarantino often calls how he does suspense a rubber band. It's you could stretch that out, and there's a certain point where you have to let it snap. Breaks, and if this had been a 2.5 hour, that would have been a complete.
That would have been way too much.
A slog, yeah, again a slog, but it's pulled just enough to where you're in.
Exactly.
And then when it's over it, you can kind of release. So
yeah, and right now I'm I hate to bring it up, but Rotten Tomatoes has got high 80s, which is not a bad score by any stretch of the imagination. But
Avengers: Infinity War, territory.
But I could definitely see this being a polarizing movie where I feel personally I loved it, but I could see a lot of people walking away and be I fucking hated this film. Mm-hmm. So I guess if you see the film. If you see the trailer and you're this is something that I feel I would enjoy, you probably enjoy it. But if you immediately are turned off by that trailer, I could see you being not for me. Funny aside though, so I saw this movie.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Saw this movie. Yeah, this is 2 seconds side. Saw this movie at noon by myself, matinee. Mm-hmm. One other person in the theater, 70-year-old man, came in right before the movie started, was reading a newspaper through the previews. And ate a whole peach. It was just me and him, and he was sitting 2 seats next to me. Aww. But he seemed to like it because he sat through the credits. So I feel you only sit through the credits when you're kind of into it,
or asleep.
Yeah, I think I had maybe brought it up at some point on one of our past shows, but there was a guy in Greensboro who I would usually go to the Thursday night showings of whatever movie, the 7 o'clock. And I would almost always be the only one in there. There would always be this older guy who'd come in, sit at the very front, have a huge drink and
that's right.
Huge thing of popcorn, and no matter what the movie was, he fell asleep 15 minutes in and was just snoring.
Oh God! What theater?
I think it was the Grand Theater in Greensboro or something.
It's the one in Friendly Shopping Center.
It might be, yeah. But Steve Jobs, one of the Avengers movies, it was just every time. It doesn't matter what it was. Oh my God. But it was kind of hilarious for the most part. But
you should have gone and gotten the ushers and told them to wake them up.
I'm not being sassy. That's literally what you said last time this came up, which was 6 months ago.
Oh, I don't doubt it. You should, because that's awful.
Well, the thing is, I was at the very back, and then he was at the very front.
You can still hear him snoring.
Yeah, well, he's an old guy. He needs to sleep, Maybe I'll go. When I'm that age, maybe I'll just want to go into a dark theater and sleep.
Yeah, if that happened at Chelsea, we would send in Sam to just the bouncer.
Yeah. But yeah, so. Well, anything else about?
I feel I was going to say something and then I completely forgot my train of thought. I'm so losing sleep these days that my thoughts.
Well, if you think of it, you can always bring it back up.
Yeah. But that's what I was going to say. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. We were talking earlier about these film synopses. You read the film synopses for this and you think, oh, it's just like a Taken ripoff, and it's not at all. Mm-hmm. It is nothing like any of the films in the Taken series. Mm-hmm. So, much better, I think.
Yeah, so. I would agree.
I'm glad you liked it. For some reason, I was worried that you were gonna be down on it.
Actually worried.
I think it's an interesting piece of filmmaking. It does require a lot of suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, if you're going for a stylized film in terms of the visuals, why not go? The story is secondary. Plus, why not just go for something which is so totally over the top? Yeah. I mean, it's like Fight Club. I like Fight Club, but the premise of Fight Club is so patently absurd.
I like Fight Club.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like this very much.
well, I can understand.
I like it more than we need to talk about Kevin.
I need to see that.
You've never seen it?
No.
I liked, what's it called, Ratcatcher?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, where do you think it stood up against Good Time? Because I think they're pretty
I mean, I honestly think they're about the same.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't her inaugural film the way it was for the Safdie brothers.
Well, they did one more film prior to that.
Prior to Good Time?
Yeah. They did one about heroin addicts in New York City.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Another crowd pleaser.
Yeah, that's a light, Saturday afternoon watch.
Yeah.
Sitting around the house, got some time to kill. I think I'll watch a film about, heroin addicts.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the name of it. My friend Mark is a big fan of that one. I'm forgetting the name, but I like those guys.
But yeah, well, out of 5, I think it's a 4.5 for me.
It's my film to beat for 2018.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, Annihilation was my number 1.
Yeah.
And then this one,
I do like Annihilation.
So I'm giving this one a 4.5.
All right, 4.5 for me.
I'm going 4.
Yeah.
So I thought the visuals were stunning. I thought it was a very well put together film. The suspension of disbelief thing is, even though I understand within the context of this particular film, you can have a greater. It allows for a greater suspension of disbelief, but I think it's just so you have to disbelieve so much.
Mm. That's fair.
And then that one scene. Plus, I will say, needed more pie eating.
Yeah, he needed
more pie eating.
Although it did make me want to eat.
I don't understand.
Do you remember one?
Ghost Story.
Brayden said that it was
yeah, so
allegory for bulimia.
Yeah, so it's actually a clip I have up on SoundCloud.
Too funny.
Like, by the way, we have some pages on like SoundCloud and Reddit. And on our Ghost Story review, which was very mixed opinions on a Ghost Story,
it was not very good.
It was not.
Henry loved it. We
I
hated
didn't love it.
I
liked it,
like
but
total disdain.
Yeah,
like nothing but it.
That's what Sam said. Sam was.
But Brayden, one big point, he said that he felt like the scene was a commentary on bulimia.
No, he said it was promoting.
Well, she eats the entire pie that goes into the bathroom bar. So I mean, that's
because she ate an entire pie, not because she's like,
I gotta purge.
Yeah,
the purge.
Yeah, it's her version of the purge.
It's the new purge film.
Yeah, election year.
Rudy Barra eats a pie and vomits.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, check that out.
The
check
purge.
That review out.
The hostess years.
Yeah.
Rudy Barra shoves down Twinkies and Ding Dogs.
Yo, I'm gonna get some Twinkies.
Yeah, man.
I love Twinkies.
I thought they don't sell them anymore.
No, they do.
They
brought them back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go to the Rite Aid.
I won't.
I won't.
I refuse.
I've never had a Twinkie.
Go to the Rite Aid.
They're good.
don't want
They're
to.
good.
They've got a whole,
you can get your blood
stand
pressure
of
taken as well.
The hostess cakes at the Rite Aid.
They're delicious. Those and zebra cakes.
Oh, zebra cakes, man! I haven't had one of those in a long time.
That's a gentleman's dessert.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You know what was the snowballs?
Oyster sliders. Those are fucked.
What?
Get some, eat some
oysters?
oysters and then eat some zebra
okay.
cakes. That's
Bad mix.
No, but snowballs are fucking the devil.
They're the best. Marshmallow cream.
I don't know any of these things are.
Marshmallow cream and coconut. I mean, come on. Come on, how are you gonna beat that?
I grew up on fruit leather, so that's where I
fruit
stand.
Leather. The fuck
oh wait,
you know from Weaver Street?
Oh yeah,
of course.
I have fruit leather.
Don't of course me with Weaver Street.
I
was forced into Weaver Street. You chose it.
Fruit leather rocks. Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like that much either.
It's just fruit roll-ups.
I'll tell you why I did like it. As you might remember, I have a bunch of extra teeth.
The price and
so I really used to like to chew on it with my teeth that would just keep coming in.
Huh.
Have I not told you that?
No.
I've told you that.
I don't know.
You have a bunch of extra teeth?
I think you did. Yeah, I've noticed you have a second line of teeth like a shark.
Yeah, it's like the alien Prometheus.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so Chloe, what would you give the movie? out of 5.
Out of 5.
2? Okay.
Good too.
Fair enough.
2
all right.
2 1/4.
All right. Fair.
Yeah. Like vegan chocolate pie. She's vegan. What can I tell you?
Not much news to talk about.
There is news. Rachel Weisz is pregnant.
Who's that?
It's
Daniel Craig's wife.
Daniel Craig's wife.
She's the actress.
Okay. She was in The Lobster.
She's the next.
She was in The Mummy with Brandon Fraser.
What was Abraham's wife's name? Not that she's pretty old. That's why it's impressive. She's got
to be late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, So good for them. That's news.
Cool.
People care. I had other news.
Best wishes,
I forgot
Daniel
it already.
And Rachel. Hope the baby comes out all right.
L'chaim. What the heck?
Hope it's good.
Yeah, hope it's a good one.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your baby.
Yeah.
Enjoy your baby.
Enjoy your baby.
This happens every single week.
Yeah. Well, was there anything else y'all have heard of or
earlier Avengers reaction?
Yeah, I mean there have been.
That's not much to report on.
Yeah, I guess the score for Avengers: Infinity War came out yesterday. People are just going nuts. They're amazed.
Been pretty positive.
Yeah,
it's not as high as some of the other films.
Which again, people are like horrified that it's only at 87. They're like, "What? That's low."
It's a comic book movie. What do you expect? I mean, anything above like 75 for a comic book movie, I think is remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's supposed to be like the second coming of Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that Marvel is consistently putting out films that somehow score upper 80s, lower 90s.
It's pretty impressive.
On Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not really like a weighted score the way that Metacritic does. But still, they're putting out consistently good products.
Mm-hmm.
They're entertaining. The story is good. The character development is good. The special effects, the set piece battle, all that stuff. It makes for fun. It makes for fun movies to watch.
Yeah.
And the hardcore fans out there who are all about the film. Oh, how can you watch Avengers? Oh, comic book movies. It's ruining film. It's not ruining film. I don't think it's ruining film. It's popcorn movies versus thinking movies. It's popcorn versus thought.
There's a place for both.
There's a place for both.
Yeah.
And I mean these Marvel Cinematic Universe films they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. I feel like even recently, even the past 6 months, my opinion's changed. Just I felt like I don't know. I was like kind of down on them. Not that I was like shitting on them thinking they were bad movies, but I was burnt out on them.
Yeah.
But recently I liked Black Panther a lot and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Which those are the last two that I saw in the Marvel comic universe.
Yeah.
And I like both of those quite a bit. So I haven't seen Civil War, I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok or Spider-Man, but I kind of want to watch all of them so I can watch this new one.
Thor Ragnarok is awesome.
Yeah.
You absolutely should.
Yeah, I actually saw the trailer and I thought it looked pretty cool.
Spider-Man is okay.
Yeah, but I like Spider-Man as a character, so I actually kind of want to see all these movies before. I guess I probably won't see them before this one comes out because it comes out on Friday. But I want to see like the idea of Black Panther and the Guardians of the Galaxy guys together. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, that's the thing is cool. These films are so frequent now. I am starting to get a little bit of fatigue, but they seem to be they seem to be spaced enough that it's not. Yeah. Black Panther, I watched it and it was a really well done film. I think it was mostly my main issue with Black Panther was the big final battle was so CG heavy.
Oh, but I thought the set piece, like it felt like if Lord of the Rings was in Africa or something. And I thought it was. I mean, I'm usually down on the CG shit too, but
well, the big battle scene that was fine, but the scene between Killmonger.
On the train track.
Yeah, on the train tracks and the flippy camera thing and all that.
That did look goofy.
I didn't mind it.
It was a little too much for me.
But I like the stuff that was going on above the surface.
I mean, I was thinking if you want good, what was it? The Captain America Civil War fight scene.
Yeah, I heard it's very good
at the airport.
Yeah,
was I thought really? I mean, a lot of CG and stuff, but it never felt overwhelming, and it never felt as though the CG was used. Like sort of overused, like flippy cameras spinning around everywhere, and characters up in space, flippy. Yeah, they had some flying.
There's some a movie
cars,
pitch for you.
But I mean, it wasn't. It didn't give you nausea. You didn't feel as though you were having inner ear problems trying to follow what was going on.
Okay. Yeah.
Still, for me, I still think the best film probably in the whole thing. For a while, I thought Civil War, just because of the character development, I thought it was remarkable. And the bad guy, I love the bad guy. I mean, that was one of the first.
Who's the bad guy in that?
He's the fellow whose family had been killed in Sokovia. He was an intelligence agent for the Sokovian military, and he
is that Daniel Bruhl?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. No superpowers or anything. He's just a really, really smart guy who's able to.
The Incredibles. Buddy from the Incredibles. Never mind.
That's T.J. Miller.
Buddy from the Incredibles is T.J. Miller.
You mean the guy who idolizes the Incredibles? That's T.J. Miller.
Really?
I think.
No.
You sure?
Oh, you mean Syndrome?
Yeah, Syndrome.
I don't know.
Sorry. I just read that book to a kid, so it was fresh on my mind.
I don't know. Well, I mean, for me, I've been kind of getting fatigue. There's no Marvel film that I hate, but the issue I had with Civil War that I feel like is going to be the same thing with Infinity War is it just calls back so much to things we've seen before.
Yeah. And
it's just like, it's essentially just doing that so Kevin Feige can be like...
You haven't seen it yet.
No, okay, no, well, let's say Civil War. Let's go back to Civil War. So that way they can be like, hey, do you remember those plot holes that we had in the first few films? This is why it all makes sense.
Now you know.
Why it all ties together and why it's okay. It's just like, I mean, I'm definitely interested in Infinity War. Like, I would like to see all of them together. I'm worried it's just going to be so...
overstuffed. That's what
callbacks to everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what my concern is...
conversation.
These ensemble casts, at what point do they become too unwieldy? Because it's not only... I mean, like Black Panther, the cast in Black Panther was so awesome. But you've got Black Panther, and it's not just it's Black Panther and the Dorja Malad, what are they called? His bodyguards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then his sister, and...
She was in the new Drake song / video.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice little
plug. And all the Guardians.
Good for what?
Good
and then you get all the Guardians.
Right.
So it's not just the superheroes themselves, but it's their entire supporting cast, kind of thing. And so it just becomes huge. And I mean, at what point does it just become overwhelming? And plus, you've got, as you pointed out, you've got all these different plot threads that they're trying to pull together with these things.
While introducing a new villain.
Yeah, while introducing a new villain. Well, he's going to be around for, a three film arc?
Much like Han Solo.
What?
They got three movie deal for Han
Solo.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's see how this first one does. Because I'm still concerned that this first one is going to be really the first major Star Wars film to just completely fall flat.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Did you see the Venom trailer?
Well,
yes.
Was that Donald Glover or did I make it up?
But yeah, I know what you mean.
We don't know? Okay.
Donald Glover, maybe.
In Venom?
I
think I saw a dog. No, I didn't. Okay.
I don't think so.
I made it up.
Don't. I'm not going to rant about the Venom trailer again.
Okay. The new one?
I haven't. I mean, there's a new one.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
You should check it out.
All right.
Rant away.
No.
But yeah. So I mean, I guess we can just save the rest for the actual review.
Oh, but Civil War. I was going to say. Civil War, I thought was my favorite for a time, just because I really liked the villain in it. And I really like the character development in it, but I keep going back to Winter Soldier just because it's really good sort of spy espionage flick, some really good action, and the reason I like it so much is the action sequences are more just like straight up fisticuffs,
Yeah, I will
rather than like super powered flying, spinning cars things. It's just.
I will say, even though I do kind of crap on Marvel a lot, the highway attack scene is probably the best scene they've done.
The highway attack scene?
The ambush where they, the Winter Soldier jumps onto the car.
Oh, yeah.
That whole scene is probably the best action scene they've done, I think. And so I will say, even though they've repeat themselves a lot, that scene is pretty incredible, as well as a few other ones in that movie. But anyways, so there's a little tease there for next week, I guess.
Did you see the images for Maniac?
Maniac?
Yeah, Cary Fukunaga's new.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with
looks
Jonah Hill, and he's really, really skinny.
Well, yeah.
At least in the still I saw.
Yeah.
His 21 Jump Street.
That's what it's about.
Losing weight.
Yeah, because in 21 Jump Street, he's like super, super thin.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. It's weird, but probably not very healthy. Anyhow.
Irrelevant.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of
So
actors.
irrelevant.
There are a lot of actors that do that.
I know.
I mean, the abuse that they put their bodies through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't think it was a role thing. I think he's just trying to...
Lose weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that's what it is.
I mean, if that's what it is, then more power to him, because, healthy lifestyle and all that, but whatever.
Okay.
We'll see. All right, so I guess we can
Sorry.
You're fine. I guess we can move on to some mail. So the filmbuds@gmail.com is the address that you can reach us. Also at filmbuds on Twitter and then on Facebook. And actually both the questions we have are from Twitter. So there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah, so this one is or it's more of a message.
Have you ever been on
Private
Twitter?
message.
What's Twitter?
It's called a DM.
A what?
Have you ever been on Twitter, Brayden?
No.
I have to use Twitter all.
I don't have a Twitter.
I don't do the social media.
For someone who talks as much as I do, I don't have any of that stuff.
That's very odd.
I got a Snapchat and a fake Instagram.
And a fake Instagram.
That my friend's little sister runs, but that's it. Yep. No Beyonce. Oh, you're so lucky. I didn't think to talk about the Beyonce Coachella performances.
Anyway,
Continue.
a question from our DM Twitter.
Yes. So, wait, what's a DM?
It's a Twitter DM.
It's a direct
message.
Ah, gotcha. A DM here.
People
So
slide into people's DMs.
So this is from HighArt005. Says, Hi Film Buds. What do you think is the best way to go about dealing with the current political climate in movies? Should there be more and more documentaries, satire about the current situation, or should there be less to make the few made more potent? Living in Australia, I don't always know how Americans are dealing with those issues, but was just curious to see what your perspective was. Thanks, I really have fun with the show.
Thank you.
I mean,
Australia's got some issues of its own.
I feel like, considering the 2016 election, basically just happened, films haven't had a chance to kind of tackle it yet.
Well, I feel like TV. I think TV especially has.
Well, yeah. TV has really lit into the current administration.
I feel like there's even a point where it is getting it's getting oversaturated. There's just everywhere I look, there's something
I haven't
new.
Seen that in film, documentary or fiction.
Give it a couple months.
Or any of that. I mean, I haven't seen anything in terms of film that's really
give it a couple years.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that anyone that is dealing with the arts whatsoever pretty much hates our administration.
Yeah.
Most people.
I mean, Hollywood's out in California. California is about as blue of a blue state these days.
And people aren't happy about it. But I think a lot of it is people aren't ready to satire satirize it because I feel like a lot of people are afraid still. Not that they're going to be, prosecuted or anything like that, but it almost is to a point in the United States, at least, where we're ready to joke about it.
Yeah.
Because even though we do see people making fun of Donald Trump and stuff like that, people are not happy and people are actually kind of terrified for our country politically right now. So it hasn't reached that point yet where, people want us just kid around about it and stuff. People are more concerned with just fixing our government.
Surviving.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. No, literally.
Yeah.
Not to sound like Kourtney Kardashian, but there's people who are dying.
So seriously. Good one there.
I think there are two things to keep in mind here. First of all, the comparative to TV, the production cycle on a film is exceedingly long. The films that are coming out now have been in production and were probably written and got the funding and had all the actors in place and had all the production schedule
prior to 2015.
Yeah,
even in the interviews where the movies seem especially poignant right now, the director, Steven Spielberg says, coincidentally it worked out.
Exactly. So I mean, there's that to keep in mind. Plus, the other thing is, I don't know that the film industry really feels it can tackle these kinds of political things right now because they're trying to get their own shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because they're still dealing with the aftermath of the Me Too movement, which is something that they really need to spend some time having some introspection with regard to how the film production world, the film, what is it, what is the phrase I'm looking for? But the way that women are treated within the film industry.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to tackle that still.
Yeah, I mean, because
so
the issue is...
They can't go pointing fingers at other people before they have to really...
Because, like,
think about their own shortcomings.
Yeah, I mean, because if it's like, here, look how bad Donald Trump is, it's like, how are you any better?
Oh, he's a horrible misogynist. Well, wait, so is Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. So. And so it's... Well, I mean, I think just in terms of the question, like, do you think it's better, whether it's now or the years to come, to have a lot pointing out every single issue, or if it's, like, better just to have a few that are more... or to make it more potent?
In terms of entertainment, I'd rather see fewer, quality over quantity type of thing. But it would be nice to see this groundswell of support against Donald Trump and the current administration. Like, that would be a pleasant thing to see. But also something you have
in a way, oversaturation will just minimize.
Also, at the same time, though, it's like the film industry is still an industry, and you have to keep in mind that our country elected Donald Trump, and most of the people that are out speaking and stuff, and you're hearing on the news, and unless you're watching Fox News, of course, or if you're watching SNL, like, there's a lot of disdain against Donald Trump, but the average American voted for Donald Trump, or a lot of Americans. If we're just putting out all these
you're just going to polarize people.
Well, that's
exactly. It's like, you need to bring people to theaters, So
that's the thing that I think is interesting. That's what I want to say. Is it's films like Florida Project, where you actually see the impact of these policies,
right?
Yeah.
That, I think, is going to have more influence on people's opinions because if you go and you make somebody feel stupid for the way that they voted.
Right.
Even if you disagree with it, even if it's perhaps not the most logically well thought out sort of decision, you can't make somebody feel stupid because they're just going to dig in their heels and
say,
you're just bitter because we won, and you're just angry, and you're just making me. The more you make me feel this way, the more I'm gonna pull away from you.
That's why I'm interested about the new Purge movie, because I feel like that does cross. Because isn't it kind of satirical?
Yeah,
but that crosses over into their demographic. I feel like.
I feel like that.
It could go both ways. Whatever.
Yeah, because I feel like that is, even though of course it is a little bit of a sensitive, kind of controversial. I feel like it kind of does have a interesting placement in terms of the perspectives, audience perspectives, because it's like it's showing you what violence can lead to. I mean, obviously it's an extreme version, but it's like someone who's poor can be completely prejudiced against or killed just because they're an easy target. And I actually do think the movie could have an interesting impact. Because I feel like it is going to appeal to both sides, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, something about Florida Project, though, that's interesting is the movie could be construed as completely apolitical. Like, you don't have to look into it in terms of, like, how these people got there. If you're, like, kind of savvy to it and you're thinking about it, like, it is going to lead you to thinking it in a political sense.
Well, I think that's kind of
it's a great film because
it works on two levels. Because somebody who thinks about these things will think about what was it that engendered this degree of poverty.
Yeah.
Right. And even if somebody doesn't think as critically about it, like what were the things institutionally, societally that resulted in this? People can see this and just have a visceral reaction to it and say, this is terrible. How does this young woman not have why is it that she has to resort to these things?
Yeah.
And even though she's...
Or you can be like all those people from the Chelsea who left because they were offended by her.
Well, I mean, that's poverty. The thing is she's yeah, well, don't...
By her poverty, not by anything else.
Not by anything, and not by the choices that she made in order to try
they don't want to watch
support her daughter. They just want to, oh my God, poor people. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, that was very...
I still say it. Chapel Hill's part of the reason Trump was elected.
Yeah, because the intellectual elitism. But we don't need to get into all that. That's
we don't need to get into all that. But
it can be.
I mean, it's just in terms of film. Like, if you look at something like The Post, that it's very timely, but it's only going to appeal to liberals for the most part.
Right.
I've read like customer reviews, and it's like a 5-star. Like, this is so timely, makes sense, and then the other ones are 1 star. It's like complete liberal propaganda.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's almost, not saying that movie's talking down to people who think differently. It's just, you need to be smart about how you.
Well, I don't want to attract a broad audience, so by making it.
And I feel like the Flora Project kind of does that, because it's just showing you people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the good thing about it is, I mean, on the second level, as I was saying, it's just people see that and go, "This is horrible. How does this young woman not have what she needs in order to protect her child?" And you know, as long as somebody can put forward a policy that would appeal to those sorts of people, oh my God, we need to help these people. Well, here's a policy to do so. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I mean that's a lot of the debate that Democrats are having now is they're not putting forward good policy that attracts people. But that's a political discussion. Mm-hmm. So,
we'll save it for the political buds.
Yeah.
P.S. Love
buds.
Australia. Please like me. Fave show from Australia. Chet Faker, one of my favorite musicians.
Maybe High Art is a fan.
Love Perth.
Clearly loves High Art. So
yeah.
So does Cooper, apparently. Yeah.
I love High Art. You know.
That's a good question, though. I always think about how the rest of the world is looking at the United States, and because I know that if you go anywhere in the world, you watch the news, they're going to be talking about the United States a lot of times. And I just want to know how stupid we look. And if everyone else is concerned, or if I wonder if they realize that how divided our country is right now over this.
Well, I mean,
they're still puzzled at Trump's election, but a lot of these European countries are not paragons of. No. I mean, you look at the most recent election in France, and Macron did win, but
she's a beast. She's a horrible person.
Marine Le Pen?
Oh my god.
Oh, her father is awful as she is. Her father was worse. Her father was like a straight out anti-Semite.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Not just that. Everybody. Just anti-everybody. Oh my god. Terrible, terrible.
Anybody who was who he considered immigrant was...
Terrible. Yeah.
Pourquoi?
Well, in terms of other perspectives, there's a podcast I listen to that's they're Canadian, and occasionally they get questions about or discuss Donald Trump, and they're like, I mean, of course, some of it is maybe just closed-minded, avoiding the issue, but some of them are like, that's not my country, they're making mistakes, but I can't do anything about that, it's like, so I think some people are concerned while others are like, I didn't vote for him. It's not I'm not living there.
That's remarkably close-minded because anything that happens in any one country is going to have degrees to which political activity in a certain country may or may not affect another country. But in a global society, as globalized as the world is now, you can't. There's no country that can exist completely.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, I agree.
Watch Trevor Noah the whole time. He was like, "This is not new. This is where I came from.
Yeah.
This has been happening." Which made it more scary.
I gotta watch Trevor Noah every time I hear him talk.
Oh my god, I love him.
Intelligent.
He used to be on a bunch of I like British panel shows and stuff. He used to just be on those as a comedian, and then he came over. So, oh my god, best thing that's ever happened.
Remarkably intelligent.
And they're making we've said this before. They're making Born a Crime into a movie with Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh, really? Because he came in and I see, Jon Stewart I had known as a comic, and I had only heard of Trevor Noah as a comic, but the thing is, watching Daily Show with Jon Stewart, I went, wow, he's actually smart. And it's the same thing with Trevor Noah. He was just kind of, he's a comedian. Noah. But I've heard him speak on various podcasts and so forth, and he's just...
obsessed with him.
Really sharp in intelligence, that guy. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. But, I mean, it is just in terms of, like, some other people are outside the U.S. can be kind of closed-minded, like the guy I just mentioned. And so, I mean, I think it is kind of interesting how people are viewing us, or maybe viewing us. Some people are like, that I don't care.
It's a Rotten Tomato score right now.
Yeah, let's get the audience score there. While other people, maybe even like High Art here, is maybe kind of concerned, which, thank you. We all are.
We're all very much concerned.
And we don't like how it's...
Or at least anybody who likes to think about things.
Yeah, or how it's coming across as... but, yeah, good question, though.
Yeah.
right, so the other one we have much lighter fare.
Okay.
But
your favorite type of candy?
But that,
Cooper's is Laffy Taffy. Yeah.
So this one's
like zebra cake.
I do.
I thought zebra cakes were Little Debbie snacks.
I don't know the.
Those are Little freaking Debbie. That's not Hostess, you Bobo. Get out of here.
They're good, man.
Bobo.
Bobo.
Well, I mean, they're good. They're like the little white, white icing, the drizzle.
Yeah. That's Little Debbie.
Yeah, man. They're good, dude. They're good.
I'm not saying, but he was saying that they were Hostess.
It's all the same shit.
Have you seen Will Ferrell's Little Debbie? That's really funny.
The snack cake
That's all I have to contribute to this.
Shit.
But yeah, Deborah. Maybe we'll get a sponsor. Deborah.
My mom's name is Deborah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Shout out to Deborah.
Now I'm just thinking of that Beck song.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Casey Penny.
The one that was in Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, but the other one's
Just go.
the other one's from That's Me, Mister.
What's up?
That's a good name.
Yeah, and it has X on either side. It's one of those.
Okay, is there a comma? Is it
No
That's
comma.
Me, comma, Mister?
No, just X.
Oh, okay.
That's Me, Mr. X.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. X. That's
Yeah.
mean, Mr. X. Like his name is X.
But there's one at the beginning too.
No, like
No,
James
that's-
Bond.
No, I know that.
Well, I was going to say,
Yeah.
is it be Mr. X or Mr. X?
Let's spend all the time on this.
Let's discuss his name.
fine.
That's fun.
I'm sorry.
I know it's okay. Well, if you have an explanation, that's me, Mr. X, potentially. Let us know. He says, "Hello, everybody. Have there been any movies you've ever gone from hating to loving, or at least really enjoying? Also, are there movies you would probably like more or appreciate on a second viewing, but you just haven't gone back to? Just curious as to what would be your choices."
I got one.
Henry does too.
I have plenty.
Yeah.
The first time and you guys know how much I love this movie now, but the first time I saw Blade Runner, I saw it with a friend and my ex-girlfriend, and they were just ripping on the movie the whole time.
Oh no.
And they were just like shitting on it the whole time. Like, what is it? And I remember when it ended, they were like, what was that? What is this? And I'm like, man, maybe this is overrated. Like, I don't know. Like, and I was just like thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I was that into it. And they just made the viewing experience so horrible.
Unfortunate, yeah.
I was also watching the original cut on VHS.
The theatrical release.
Yeah, it was a theatrical release on VHS, and it was like after like a night of like drinking. Like we came home, so we're all kind of like a little drunk,
buzzed.
yeah, a little buzzed, and they're just shitting on it so much. I was like, "Fuck!" I thought I was gonna love this movie, and for like years, I was just like not into it. And then I watched it like a year ago. What is the good cut? There's the director's cut, and then there's the
Final cut?
They're both
pretty
good.
Yeah.
I watched the director's cut.
The main thing is it removes the narrative, the voiceover narrative.
And I've seen both now of those two, and they're both excellent. And also, I think the sound really shitty on my TV. And
Well, it's a VHS, man. What do you?
Yeah, you're watching VHS. What do you expect?
4K, man.
But like after like watching it, a year ago, and like understanding its themes, and I'm like in love with that movie. Like I think that monologue at the end, the tears in the rain.
Yeah.
I
love that.
I literally
like
when I watched it
ever.
after seeing it the first time and watching it the second time, I fucking cried up. My tears came out in the rain.
Cried up.
I teared up. Cry up, baby.
Yeah.
I teared up.
Yeah.
And now it's like one of my favorites. I love 2049. But
I mean, I think Blade Runner is a common one. Like I saw it, I wasn't crazy about it the first time, but I was like, something kept on drawing me back to it.
When I saw it as a kid, it gave me nightmares. Like the scenes towards the end where Harold Dana's Daryl Hannah
cried up.
That's not as bad. That's not as good or bad as one of the other spoonerisms that I've had, where I said it was in college and I was drinking at a party. I said, "You speared Bill in the chips."
You speared
Bill in the chips.
Beer.
I spilled beer in the chips.
But yeah, I think that's definitely a common one. For me, I mean, I've mentioned it a lot, but King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
You've mentioned. I was going to say that was it.
I saw it. When I saw it, I thought it was probably the worst movie of the year.
What about Suicide Squad? Is that another one?
No, I mean,
you kind of like that from the get-go?
Yeah, I don't... I'm kind of... I've actually kind of liked it less as I've rewatched it.
Oh.
I mean, I still kind of like it, but...
Okay.
But King Arthur, I thought it was atrocious. But for some reason, I just decided to go back to it. Every time I've watched it, I like it more and more. And it's kind of it's a guilty pleasure. It's nothing... No movie I would ever endorse as being a great piece of cinema.
But it's like Top Gun.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And I mean, I can see how someone would hate it because I've hated it also. War of the Worlds was one, at least when I was a kid, it scared me. Yeah, they get like sucked up and all that. But now I really enjoy it. But I know I have some others. Chloe, were there any for you?
I don't know. I tapped out. It took me a lot. I'm more of the, sometimes I'll like try to start watching a movie and then I'm not into it, so I stop. Like even, I think I mentioned Amelie last week. I probably tried to watch that maybe 7 times before I actually got past the first 15 minutes because I wasn't feeling it. I don't know though.
I was that way with La Dolce Vita. I started it multiple times, got 30 minutes into it, wasn't into it, but now it's a
great movie.
Now it's my favorite movie.
I guess it does happen. That's fair. You have to be in the right mindset. It happens to me a lot with foreign movies as well.
It's almost like you're sitting down to like read a book. I mean, not just because you're reading subtitles, but a lot of times movies like that where it's like it takes a lot to process. It's draining. So,
which is in addition, it's better once you know the story because you can focus more on the you can miss a little bit of the dialogue.
Yeah,
just watch.
I feel like I would enjoy Call Me by Name more on a second watch.
Yeah. That's a good one. I enjoyed that one more.
Yeah.
Again, if there's a book, I'm more likely to enjoy it when I'm further.
So I would like to rewatch that. Braden, were there any of you otherwise?
I mean, I can't think of any. I mean, Blade Runner, but that's not because I dislike it. It was because it disturbed me as a child, and then when I rewatched it as I got older, I said, "Oh, this is great." But it wasn't like I watched it and my cognitive processing. It wasn't as though I had the same maturity or cognitive ability.
That's true. Yeah.
So it wasn't. It's a drastically different sort of comparative thing there. So I don't know if that necessarily fits the, on rewatching, I liked it more.
I was the same with Predator. I was terrified of Predator as a kid. Now Predator's fucking sick.
Predator's
are you excited for the new one?
Is there a new one?
Yeah.
Shane Black? Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming out this year, man.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I like the first one. I haven't seen any of the others.
Oh yeah. They're not great.
Yeah. But one's good.
Yeah.
I can't think of any films that I watched and I went, and then I rewatched it and went, wow. I mean, there were films that I'll watch the first time and I go, and then I'll rewatch it and I go, it's not terrible. I mean, that doesn't mean that I really enjoy it.
I can think of people like that.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? Me?
No.
There's a good handful of people. Yeah, sure.
No, there are a lot of movies I'm like scared to rewatch because I liked it so much initially. That's another one from last week. I have just only short-term memory. Like Splinterheads, I mentioned it last week. I was scared to rewatch that because I hadn't watched it since like I was 15 and I loved it so much. And I watched it and I still dug it. So there you go. Face your fears.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and if anyone else has any others, or personal ones, feel free to let us know. We'd like to hear from you in whatever way. But yeah, so that's it for mail. So thanks for the emails. Appreciate it. Always love hearing from people. Or rate us on iTunes. We appreciate it. So I guess we need to do our picks of the week. I don't have very much at all, really. Does anyone have stuff they want to mention?
No.
I have 3, but I can only remember one right now.
Okay, what is it?
I was sick, so I watched like all of Silicon Valley. So good.
With Camille Nanjiani. And,
I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. All the characters are so well written. You'd think it'd be
Who are the other guys in that?
It's Thomas Middleditch, T.J. Miller. What's his real name? Tall guy.
The tall guy.
Jared.
The guy who was in The Office?
Yeah, the guy in The Office. What's his name? I always forget his name. And then Martin Starr. Classic.
I love Martin Starr.
I love Martin. You have to.
Yeah, I've seen, I think, 1.5 seasons.
I feel so bad. Zach Woods. There we go.
I've seen about 1.5 seasons, and it's very good.
Yeah, my best friend Kaylee stopped watching it because she thought it wasn't feminist, and I said, well, it's realistic of, you can't just apply that to everything. It's not realistic of there's only like 7% women in Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley is very
but
low.
they do their best. Monica's dope. All the female characters are very round, so it's really funny, well done, and it doesn't get repetitive despite the seemingly simple plot.
Right.
Times many seasons.
Yeah, it is good of what I've seen.
I can't remember the other ones. Like I said.
Let's see if I watched anything. The only thing...
I got mine at the same time. You can go. I won't forget it. I won't. I might.
Okay. I rewatched, which it's on Amazon Prime now, but I rewatched Silence, the Martin Scorsese.
I've been talking about this movie a lot recently because my roommate really hated it, and we've been bringing it up for whatever reason. I liked it.
Well, I can see how some people, like just certain people, would not enjoy watching it, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those films. I feel like even just in terms of how the Oscars kind of forgot it, it's so different from what normally comes out.
Yeah,
even from someone like Martin Scorsese, just the story. And
it highlights a lot of his influences. You can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
You could see some Kurosawa stuff in there.
Definitely. But it's the story is so interesting, and like every other scene, or just pretty much every scene, there's a new idea to think about. The performances are amazing. It looks fantastic, and it's directed and written so well.
Yeah, I think that movie's underrated.
And like, I mean, I can understand how some people, it's a 2-hour, 40-minute period film that's all kind of...
It's right up his alley. If you're going to go with one of those, it should be one of Martin Scorsese's.
Yeah, but, it's all kind of just very dense, and it's, at times, pretty hard to watch, just because it's dealing with pretty relevant issues right now. But I absolutely love it. It's on Amazon Prime if you haven't checked it out. Definitely an underrated Scorsese movie.
I really like the scene when... and there's parallels to Rashomon in this scene, but when they're like in the courtyard and he's forced to put his foot down.
Oh yeah.
On the not thematically, but that like courtyard looks near identical to the trial in Rashomon. Mm-hmm. Like there's like the courtyard with the low wall and stuff like that. And it looks so similar.
Yeah, but the whole time he spends in the cell is brutal to watch. And it goes on like intentionally for a long time.
Yeah.
But so it's a great movie. Other than that, I don't think I've really watched anything that's worth mentioning.
Season 2 of Westworld.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Oh, so good. We lost our minds. So excited.
I need to watch
it. It was so good.
I've seen.
I just thought the first season was really kind of boring.
Really?
Yeah. But I know it's like it's really well done. But for me, I just wasn't into that brand of sci-fi, I guess.
I've seen the pilot, and I really like it. I just need to it's one of those shows I just need to keep watching. So
Braden would like it. You still haven't seen it. You'd like it.
Yeah, Braden, I think it would be up your alley for sure.
Season 2.
There was another series that AMC did, which was based off of a series, sort of a strange sci-fi series that came out back in the 60s called The Prisoner.
Oh, kind of like Westworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've been wanting to watch that as well.
Oh, is that the one? No. Which one's that? Is that the one with Dakota Fanning? No. Oh,
Ian McKellen's in it. Yeah.
I'm in.
And, Jim Caviezel.
Ian McKellen's all I need. I'm in.
There's a few other people. It's all British cast, but it's an interesting concept. It's a guy wakes up in
prison.
Wakes up in a village just out in the middle of nowhere, and nobody can actually leave this village. Nobody has any memory of who they are.
I'm
where
in.
They came from.
I'll watch it, especially if it's based on something.
Yeah, it's based on a TV series.
There's been a trial run. This one will be better.
Yeah, it didn't really get a good critical response, but I kind of don't care. I just love those strange 60s sci-fi things.
Me too.
It's hard to find that stuff, but people are sort of remaking them now.
Yeah.
Which is Westworld, and then you had The Prisoner a few years back.
Yeah. Cooper, anything?
They're doing.
Oh no, I haven't even watched it. I haven't been watching a damn thing. I've put in 80 something hours at the friggin' Chelsea the past few weeks.
Woof.
Yeah, so I'm working myself to the bone here.
Yeah.
So I haven't had time to watch jack shit.
No problems there.
So
I finished this new season of Chef's Table, which I've talked about a little bit already. So
that's the Great British.
The first episode wasn't that interesting, but it got progressively better as the season went on. There's only 4 episodes, but the final episode, the final 2 episodes are insane. They're so cool. There's some culinary feats. There's a guy that infuses cigar smoke into ice cream, and it's apparently really good. And it's like, I don't know. I've just like realized that like I started watching that show like it was just like reality TV, but now it's like actually one of my favorite shows. Like, it has completely convinced me that like that food can be a form of art.
Yeah.
And it's like challenging the way I think about food. Like there's some stuff on there that it's like this doesn't necessarily taste good, but it just like any other form of art, like movies right. or like it can make you uncomfortable, it can challenge you, and
it's interesting.
It's just such a well done show, and it's changed the way I've thought about food. And these are places I'll never eat at because I'm poor.
You don't know.
Just watching and the thing is, what's so crazy about it is, so each episode focuses on a chef, and these people aren't trained to speak and stuff like that. They're trained to cook, but they're all so eloquent, and the way that they speak about their food is kind of amazing, because you'd think that they'd just be like, yeah, I make this food, it's good. But the way they speak, it's like they seem like, they're professionals, and in every sense of the word. So I have a lot of respect for the people on that show, and it's become one of my favorite shows for sure.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean, it can make a difference. I mean, and of course I know I'm going to bring this guy up. It's my favorite, but someone like Billy Joe Armstrong, who's the Green Day lead singer.
We know.
Well, not everybody, but you'll listen to a song of his that's so coarse and loud, and then he'll have this incredibly eloquent idea or discussion on politics.
Yeah.
Or just a kind of situation in life that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Just in an interview. And so it's like stuff like that can be so almost disorienting at first, where you're like, this really sweet song or this really horrible thing that you're saying, and the person can be completely different behind it, so it's interesting.
People are three-dimensional.
Yeah.
There you go.
It can make a difference. So
but yeah, I can't recommend that show enough. And I mean, I'm someone that paid no attention to food prior to this, and it's really cool.
I do really want to watch it.
You should really watch it, because have you seen Hero Dreams of Sushi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that, but like tons of episodes. You've watched it all, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with the things I'm saying, or do you think that it can...
Except for
pronunciation.
Jiro, whatever. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, I've been into sort of food culture for a while.
Yeah.
You're a foodie?
I mean, kind of, but not really. I enjoy good food, but after a while, the whole food snobbery thing and the weird, it's like the art and the fashion worlds.
Yeah.
Where there's the functional stuff that people generally deal with, and then there's this whole other heightened subculture, rarefied sphere of people who this is what they do. Mm-hmm. Like their entire existence is predicated on the fact that there's this little niche within fashion, within art, within whatever, that nobody else gives a shit about.
But I think it's cool that those things can exist, especially with food, where like fashion and art are inherently like snobby, especially art.
Is food is turning that way as well.
But I'm saying, like, I think that's cool that they've taken something that we just view as sustenance, like I'll just go eat a burger for lunch, something like that. But like people have turned it into this high art, which I guess can get kind of pretentious. But I think it's also cool that this medium exists.
It's fascinating to see some of the things that they do. I mean, it's obviously very creative. I mean, but that's why I like the one episode that you like the least, I like the most.
The one where it's just like good food.
Where it's just simple. She likes to play with simple themes like childhood cake and cereal and
cereal.
So like she makes a cereal cake. It's really kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
But I mean, her approach to it is, I want to make food that looks approachable, that strikes a chord in you in terms of the whimsy that you had as a child. Mm-hmm. And I mean, some of the stuff, Jordi Rocco, the one you're talking about, who makes the what is it, Night in Cuba or whatever it's called, with the cigar flavored ice cream and all that. I mean, that's fascinating. That's a really interesting idea. Is that necessarily something that I would want to eat?
No, not necessarily. But that's what I'm saying, that it has. I like how food has more of a purpose than just, oh, this tastes good, this is something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the same, we've been talking a lot about this new Sleep album, there's parts of that are like it's really dissonant. It's like, it's like pretty offensive sounding, but you still like it so I just think that
Like people on this podcast.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's like, it is kind of the idea of, just like almost like we were talking about with You Were Never Really Here and Johnny Greenwood's score.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a pleasing score to listen to, but it's still, you can't help but listen
think
to
about it.
I keep thinking about certain films, and again, I appreciate what they're doing. That doesn't mean that they're making stuff that I like. No, but I can appreciate at least that they're pushing boundaries, which is what I guess what I'm trying to get at here is, you know, with Darren Aronofsky, and we keep going back to Mother, I didn't like it, but at least he was trying something.
Yeah.
He was pushing boundaries. He was pushing past the envelope.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the best way to do it, but he was trying.
Yeah.
And
which I definitely appreciate hearing that.
Yeah.
You know, because I understand, like, not for everyone, but like as long as you can see that, you know, this man took an insanely high budget from a big studio and like tried something new. Whether it failed or not is another question, but the fact that he still did that, like I think that's impressive.
That's what I like about watching these food shows. These are places that I would never, given the choice, I would not eat there.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't spend $500.
Maybe once I would like to eat somewhere like that. Just to try
it. I don't get it, but that's okay. My stepdad and my mom and my sister all really appreciate it, so I usually just give them my portion.
Have a bowl of Raisin Bran.
See,
That's what I'd be doing.
I'd want to try it just to try, just to say I've had the experience.
I'd have that balloon thing. What was it? Ice cream balloon or something?
No, it was a sugar balloon. The Alinea sugar balloon.
I'd try that.
Yeah.
But I mean, given the choice between that and just a really good steak, I'd rather just have a really good steak free.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. But the experiential aspect of it is what is alluring.
Like a once a year type thing. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but this wouldn't go into my rotation of restaurants and
right.
talking about where do you want to go eat tonight? Oh, let's go to a place with a fucking cigar flavored ice cream. Yeah. But I mean, it's just that's cool. But my other pick of the week is something that's outside movies, is a video game.
Oh,
but I think it's relevant to talk about.
This might be the first video game plug.
Very popular game coming out. I'm sure you guys have seen stuff for it, but the new God of War.
Oh
game.
Yeah, man.
And I bring it up because I think that it is a landmark video game, and video game to be more and more like film. And I think that the game is set up in such a way that it's all one shot. Where the game starts, the title screen is there, and you're looking at a tree, and it says tap the R1 button, and he cuts down the tree, and then from there, the camera pans back, and it's on his back, the main character's back. It's a 30-hour game, whole time. There's no cuts. It's just following this character, and it doesn't sacrifice any gameplay. The gameplay's great, and it's super well acted. It's all motion captured, and they did the motion capturing simultaneously with the voice capturing between the two. It's a man and his son, and it's very well acted. Voice acting is incredible, and it's
more than just
fun. And the same way movies can be dumb fun, video games can definitely be dumb fun.
Yeah,
well,
there's tons of games that I play just because they're mindless and fun and entertaining and stuff, but I think this will be a game, along with games like Last of Us, that will be pointed to as video games can exist outside this realm.
There's a game that came out a few years back, which was, I think, is similar. It got a lot of similar sort of praise. Red Dead Redemption.
That's probably my favorite video game.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely one.
Very similar in that sense. That
very cinematic.
And I God of War even more so. Just because it's Red Dead Redemption's kind of open world, you can kind of do what you want and stuff. But there are cutscenes that are very well acted and stuff like that. But God of War is more of a linear experience where you are just following these characters, and everything is like super well choreographed and things like that, to where it just feels like you're watching a movie, but you're playing it too. So as an evolving new medium of entertainment, I think that video games are inching closer and closer to.
Yeah, I'd heard of the game, but I didn't know those done in that way.
You get your PlayStation, man. I know. I my copy.
I know. I gotta get it. Gotta get it back. Yeah.
I think you'd like it.
Well, cool. Anything else for y'all?
No.
Chloe, did you say your three?
Yeah. No, I said 2.
Okay.
I don't remember the other one.
Save that. You can save the next
Oregon Trail. That's the closest thing to a video game.
Classic game. Classic game.
Yeah, well, we're coming full circle with the dysentery and Oregon Trail and the pooping on the floor at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Oof.
What?
Someone pooped on the floor.
Oh, Braden. Braden, you weren't here
Someone
for that.
pooped on the floor in Cup of Joe, or whatever.
Seriously?
Yeah, in the bathroom. On the floor.
On the floor.
I didn't see it. Jillian had to clean it up, though.
On the floor.
On the floor. Directly. This was a direct message to for
somebody taking issue with your store, or is this somebody like a little kid?
No, this is the thing. I immediately thought of that episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Where someone poops in Michael's office. This could be a hate crime.
It could be a hate crime.
You know?
But also probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Could be but I'm sure it was just a simple misunderstanding. Misplacement.
Oh, this isn't a toilet. This is the fucking floor.
So yeah, we'll see if any developments happen with that. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll get the poop sleuths on.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back there starting tomorrow, so I'll be around.
I'll be there tonight. So.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
Well, I haven't had.
I'll keep my my nose to the ground.
Yeah. Don't be keeping your.
Yeah.
I've had issues like that at the Chelsea, but it's disgusting. Sight sound. It was actually,
You can chalk that one up to the geriatric there.
Issues, which is embarrassing and awful, and I feel bad for people
that
have that. But
no buts.
I have to deal with their aftermath. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever gone into a bathroom and seen like finger painting Jackson Pollock, you think I'm joking?
Yeah, no, that's happened. Wait, at the Chelsea though?
Yeah.
Really? It's
happened 2 or 3 times in the several years I've been back there.
One of our family friends, he was a teacher at Chapel Hill for a long time, and he had to deal with a lot of that. He got a lot of that. I didn't know it was a thing prior to him mentioning it.
Huh.
No, seriously, it was like a
different world,
stuff smeared on the walls and all over the toilet.
Very strange.
Someone sending a message. Anyhow, I guess that about brings us to the end of the show. We're a little bit, I guess, shorter than we usually are, but nothing wrong with that. That's probably a good thing for most people.
I don't know. We're right at about the 2 hour
I remember
mark.
my other one. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Jonathan Ness from Queer Eye has a podcast, and it's dope.
What's it called?
Is he the hair guy?
It's called Getting Curious. I love him. I think we're similar personality types, but it's called Getting Curious something. But he basically just takes topics he knows nothing about and invites someone to come tell him. And it's a refreshing openness with especially in I guess that kind of realm. It's I don't know anything about this, and he asks real questions, not to sound smart. It's not pompous
That's
at all.
interesting because most people like to present it. I'm an expert.
Yeah, exactly, and he's the opposite, which I love. Start with the B one. So much to know. My mind was blown.
We should get that.
And I've B kept. I didn't know any of this. Nothing.
Nothing. We should get that guy Drew on, the alien hunter.
I love
on the
Drew.
show to talk about. There's a guy who he's in Joe Van Gogh all the time.
Sometimes he loves my family.
He's the taller guy. Has gray short hair. Usually has a customer cut.
Yeah, I know.
He always gives me fruit.
Yeah, he is like a what's his exact? Do you know his exact?
We're not. It doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter.
He's a scientist.
He's a scientist. He's a cool scientist. But we should.
I'll tell you. I think he might be. If the Doctor is real in whatever paradigm, it's him from Doctor Who.
Oh.
I think Drew might be the Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should start just getting random people,
He'd be down.
Frequent customers from the
He and my sister see each other at work all the time.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I can call Gemma and she'll put Drew.
If anyone listening would like to come on that is around here, please let us know.
Person from Australia.
Yeah, if you're ever in the...
Hop on over.
We can use our film bud puns. No, we have fun.
They can take the free Chapel Hill class.
We'll dip into the war chest funds.
Yeah.
That we acquired on our last Purge.
Yes.
Purge around the wall.
Criterion Purge.
Yeah. Starring Rudy Mara and Pie.
Yeah. So, alright, well, cool. Well, I guess that about brings us to the end of the show. So, we hope you enjoyed it. So next week, gonna be doing Infinity War. Not sure about the retro review. We can figure out something. Cooper, As always, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for
Rock
having
on.
me.
Rock on.
Rock on. Throwing up the horns.
Braden and Chloe, thanks to y'all for always taking the time out.
He was gonna say always happy to see it. Took it back.
Always happy to
see you.
Always happy to see you. And thanks for taking the time. So
you're a perpetual thorn at my side.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ta.
Yeah.
Ciao.